Good afternoon and welcome to Options Center. It is 8/20/23 Sunday. Welcome everybody. We're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to check out volume. This is going to be somewhat of a tutorial. We'll also get into, we'll repeat what we've been talking about. We're looking for a bounce. We've had our initial move to the downside. It could continue, but I do think we're going to get some sort of bounce first before we really start to move to the downside. Very similar to any of these moves here. So you have an initial move, and we'll call it our impulse move, wave one. Then you have a pullback. Nothing goes in a straight line. So you have, again, initial move, some sort of pullback. We have not had any of those pullbacks yet. So we will be looking for those. And today, in order to identify some sort of pullback or some sort of temporary bottom, we're going to use different volume indicators. So first of all, just our regular volume. So you can see in the past that volume increases when there's some sort of big turn. We've had those quite a few times, but what we're going to look at is just a little bit closer on the daily time frame is the movement towards the downside. You see the increase of volume. So that right there is a good indicator that we're picking up some volume on the bearish side. This is not this is not a consolidation. This is not just a pullback. We're getting some bearish confirmation with these volume nodes. You have a update here, hardly any volume. You start to go head down, the volume increases. So that's our confirmation right there. When we're zoomed in. Now, we're going to take a look at first the on balance volume. On balance volume, you see as price heads up, this kind of confirms this movement. It's really, when you're looking at this indicator, it's really kind of how sharp the movement is because you have the volume confirming the move up. So you're going to have those ramps with price. So it really does sort of mimic price action, but it gives you sort of a smoother flow of it. And you see the move down here is pretty sharp, just like volume is. And so if you pull back here, it really gives you a good picture of how sharp this down move going into 2022 from 2021, the end to 2022, how this down move, you saw this price action, or excuse me, this line from the unbalanced volume really head down sharply as price was moving down. So this really confirms the downside. If we were to be headed into a new bull market, you would see this this indicator turn up sharply with the volume increasing during this move, and that's not the case. You see it's a very shallow bounce here, very shallow move, a lot less than what price action showed us, and now we're looking to head back down. I think we're going to make new lows on this. So that's on balance. We're going to take a look at the money flow index. Money flow index is a pretty good indicator of when you're going to get tops and bottoms, and so you see it does a really good job at marking these tops and bottoms. And you can have divergence as well. So you have the bullish divergence. Price action got down to this lower level, bounced from it, and made a new high, a higher low as price made a lower low all the way here, the big divergence right here. So that's another way to look at things. We got our divergence at the top here where price action peaked, but has a lower high on the money flow index. So we're at this point right now to where we're looking for a bounce. We're down in this oversold area. And so if we have not made a low now, and if you look at my other videos, that gives you more of the price price levels that we're looking at, just slightly under where we are now. It doesn't that doesn't mean that we haven't hit the low, that this is a reversal as of Friday. It's not typical for Fridays, but if we make one more low here, one or two more lows, if you check out the videos, I'll pin them up top. but we are in that price action level and on the money flow index where we're looking for a bounce. So the accumulation distribution, same thing. So this has some divergence going all the way from this peak here. You see the volume dry up as the movement to the top happens, and we're starting to get an increase here as well. That slight increase as price action moves to the downside. So it's confirming our move here. I do suppose the next time we get a lower high and then start heading down lower, we should see a lot more volume spikes in this accumulation distribution indicator. And a lot of people use this Chaikin Oscillator, and that's a real good indicator of where price action may bounce as well. We're getting right into that range. If you notice right here in that negative 85, you have here all of these levels here show a bounce. It does go much lower, but we're at a level where we can at least start looking for the bounce, and so that's why we're indicating this here. And this indicator can also have divergences. We don't have on any of these indicators. We don't have any positive divergence on the daily time frame, so that's something to take into consideration as well. And last but not least, we'll just use a volume profile and see where some nodes are that we can look for a shelf. And we're coming right into that territory right now. And you see this gap area, this is a volume gap. If we start to enter that area, that's going to be a quick move down to the next shelf. And this should provide a bounce as well, at least temporarily. So we have all this volume here on price action, and we're getting right towards the shelf. So we're right at that point. So again, we might see this bounce. It may have reversed already, but we might have 1 or 2 days to get down to this level here and start creating a reversal signal, or perhaps some sort of positive divergence, and we should see a significant bounce for this time frame, meaning 3, 4, 5 days, very similar to a lot of these bounces here as a wave 2. Even this nice sharp one, that's just 4 days right there. We're not overextended to the point to where I think we get a larger bounce where it lasts a couple weeks. I'm not sure that that's the case. It should be something a little bit more sharp like these. Okay, so that is what I want to show you. That's our volume indicators. You can check all of these out. They're all free. I'm using Thinkorswim, so they're all provided on there for free. So thanks for joining us here. Don't forget to support the channel. Look at the description below. We also have a free Discord that we're involved in as well. So check that out. And thanks for joining us here at Options Tender. Have a wonderful day, and we will see you tomorrow.